So some people seem to say to me that talking about your hair and whether you dye it or whether you don't seems to be very vain and superficial and isn't really very important. And I actually think that's absolute rubbish. At the same time, I get some feedback from people that they're so confronted by the idea of a woman growing out her silver hair. There's a lot of warning that why would you want to do that? You're just going to look old. I just think a lot of women just want things to be simple. They're just tired of keeping up with the regime of dyeing their hair. They feel like they're being led around by the nose, and they just want to be simple and they just want to be themselves. A lot of women I speak to actually tell me that they don't have the support of their partner, that their partners say things such as they don't want to look at them and think, oh, I'm married to an old lady. Wow, I really think we've got to get beyond that idea. It's not about silver, it's about how you rock it. And we do need the support of our loved ones. We just want to make a change. We just want to do what we've decided to do. We just want to be ourselves. Why does it have to be so hard? I've gone about my journey maybe a little bit differently. Started with a bit of bleaching to blur the line, to make it easy on myself. But eventually I did have to chop off most of my hair. It was so damaged. So I've cycled through quite a few hair appointments between keeping the hair trimmed and in this second half of my journey, going through different tints and rinses in order to blur the line and just wash out temporary stuff just to help me along. And, there were obviously stages where I let it go a bit and I had quite a bit of silver coming through, and it was really time to get to the hairdresser because it was looking a bit yuck. But at the same time, I was trying to remind myself this was all about trying to get away from dyeing my hair, not being tied once again to dyeing my hair. So this is me almost a year into my journey at my last colour appointment. I had a really big trip overseas planned. I wanted to look great for that. I wanted to feel confident, but I didn't want to interfere or undermine the work that I'd done in growing out my silver to that date. I think my hairdresser really knocked it out of the park with this hairstyle. It was great. It looked good. The colour was completely temporary, but it just gave me what I needed, that bit of confidence. So we took off overseas. We went to my big event. I had a great time. Met lots of people, and it got back to me. I was being referred to as the girl with the funky hair, which I thought that was fantastic. And on the last night, we had a Halloween party, which was actually a pirate party. We were all meant to go dressed as pirates, and I decided to do something a little bit different. I decided I wanted to go as like Tinkerbell, themed with the company I was there to represent. And so got myself into this cute pink getup with this big pink wig, and it was just an absolute hit. And it was just because it was decisive. I'd made a decision and I went with it, even though I was a little bit unsure that I'd be going against the flow. I kept with it, and it was just the best night of my life. I had a great time, and although it was just a cheap pink wig, which I threw in the bin at the end of the night, to be honest, it just was about empowerment, decisiveness, and making up my mind that that's what I wanted to do and doing it. I think all women just want to have the freedom to choose, to make up their mind, to take action, and to just be themselves.